Hello guys, welcome to the day 15 and we are going to cover today designing for anomaly detection. So what is anomaly detection? Let's see. So uh, we have a lot of situations where system is working in a good way, but at some points, at some moments, it has an abruption in the continuation. Okay, it's like somehow the your bike is running, but somewhere along the line it just breaks down. So there was some anomaly in some function of the bike, right? So that kind of things, that kind of patterns are, we are going to call it anomaly detection. So we need to understand, like, when a bike is going to break down, a vehicle is going to, you know turn off, or maybe a machine is going to, not work after some time, but we can predict it. Okay, if we observe the pattern of that machine, the vibrations, the, you know whatnot, the temperature, the pressure and everything, and if we see the sum of the changes there, we can actually, prevent that breakdown. So let's see what can we learn from this book. Like, the author has explained so many good things about this anomaly detection, and one of those is like, one of the use case for this is identifying critical production issues. So we have a lot of production going on, like in mostly in manufacturing industry and some other production related lines. So sometimes, just I have explained, like equipment failures could be there, and also it helps engineers catch the problem early and fix it before it impacts the quality of the service. So that is one of the use case that we have discussed, and there is also like quality control and assurance. So most of the time when in the production, like there are like lot of products are being manufactured, we need to check, okay, if that particular product is of a certain quality or not. Like, just see the iPhone manufacturing line. So okay, so it will not be easy for a person just to observe by eyes and say that okay, this piece looks bad, but if a computer scanning vision system or something is going on there, so it can see the edges and see the gaps between the panels and everything, and it can precisely make that particular product, and can check if somewhere along the line in the production line there is some problem at some point. So you can actually check the point and make necessary changes to just not break down the whole system. So yeah, I mean, that's a very important aspect of anomaly detection. Then also there is security and fraud detection. So a lot of patterns, like you must have heard about this credit card, um, you know get stolen and then being used like at many places in short amount of time. That's what a thief is going to do, right? He will like drain out all the money from that card, if he gets your I mean the password and everything, right? So if that pattern is detected by bank, then bank can block the card at a you know at a good enough time that no other transaction can be carried out by the thief. So yeah, that is one of the thing which we can understand, and there is also an early warning system. So in industrial machinery there, so I mean, there are two type of maintenance. One is the predictive maintenance, and one is like after the breakdown you do, your bike is stopped, now you want to fix it. So that's the all that damage has been done, now you are going to fix it. So that's kind of a post maintenance. But if you don't want your bike to get breakdown, then do your service regularly. So it's like predictive maintenance. You have to maintain your bike before it gets breakdown. So in that particular type of maintenance also, we need to see um, how we can prevent that unexpected downtime or breakdown of that particular machine. And there are so many, in current generation there are so many cars and vehicles have this inbuilt warning system. So before it is going to get breakdown, it will tell you beforehand that okay, just go to service center and fix this issue. So yeah, that is also important. And then improving decision making, uh, sudden surge of website traffic. So if you see, there will be a lot of moments where your website will be getting a lot of traffic in particular days, like sale. In If your company is an e-commerce, then there will be a sale or something, the prime day and everything, so you will get a sudden surge of traffic on your particular website. So you can predict it, and based on that you can change your subscription plans on AWS and all. So that is also one of the use case. But yeah, there will be one more use case where if you are on a sale and there is something wrong happening, so you can actually predict it beforehand. But for that you need to understand what could happen in that case, other than just bottoming out your subscription. uh, there is also one more utility of this, their compliance and regulation. So many a times government and this regulative bodies just wants your whole production or manufacturing or creation process at a reasonable level, and they will fear you out for the fines and lawsuits and everything. So to avoid that, you might have to go through some process. So at that time also AI can be useful. um, uh, in terms of regulative bodies, it will be like really useful, how to maintain everything and maintain the bare minimum discipline in those bodies. Then yeah, there are four types of anomaly. So if you see the point anomaly, where um, the change of pattern occurs at a particular point. Then if you see the second, the change point anomaly, so it has like 3 4 points. So it is changing from point to point to point to point. In the first one, if you see, it's just one singular point, okay, but it's like kind of exaggerated, so we see like many points, but it's just a single point. In the second one, you see the plateau kind of an area, so it shows that okay, it gets stable after some time, but yeah, it goes back to the normal. In the third one, if you see, it's a contextual anomaly. So the curve, so basically sinusoidal curve is going on, and then there is a flat line, and then again it continues to go on. And the fourth one is a curve shape anomaly, where your graph is something but the shape has been changed to something. So it's a different type of anomaly. Now we'll understand this by examples. So let's understand the point anomaly today. um, it has this pattern. In the first left hand side you can see, and on the right hand side, the actual and expected, there are two lines. Okay, so now the blue line is your actual pattern. Okay, now you can see that gray background color in some span. So that is where you can see the dotted line, right? So that dotted line is the expected line if everything would have gone normal, okay, based on the values. But it's not like that. Your actual values are on the blue line, so which is like going below the that gray background color slab. So that's called an anomaly. That okay, it's expected was something like uh, how it was earlier, it will go in the same direction, but no, there were some sudden downs and one singular up and then again down. So that is what we need to understand, that okay, this is also point anomaly. Now if you see this graph, on the top hand side you can see the light red or light orangish background. So what is it? So here the anomaly point, the bare minimum point is set to 10. Okay, if you can, I know it, you will be barely be seeing, but yeah, it's a 10. So what does this graph mean? That okay, there is a threshold alert. If the value goes above 10, then you can count it as an anomaly. So now everything about 10 will be counted as an anomaly. So uh, I mean, for anomaly to be detected, we need to understand that it should be once in a while kind of a moment, not like uh, not a regular pattern to go. On, we can see there are only a few moments when this value is going below that 10, and yeah, this is one of the pattern which we can see if you have used some sort of applications like Kite uh, by Zerodha. You have seen when the stocks, if you want to automate the stock and everything, like you can create the conditions and it will give you uh, the the notification that okay, now it's the right time to buy this stock. So similarly you can explore that. It's based on the similar fundamentals. Now if you see, these are the Bollinger Bands. Okay, now what is it? So there are two values for a particular day, or okay, that's a starting value and the ending value. I forgot the exact term for that, but yeah, it's a, yeah, closing prices and starting prices, I think. So if you see, you can read this whole graph. This is the daily chart of S&P 500 fortune. Okay, this is showing the upper band plus 2 standard deviation, and this is the lower band minus 2 standard deviation. Okay. Now very few closing prices should be above the upper Bollinger Band. So these are the closing prices. It should, okay, it's a start price and then the end price. It should not be above the Bollinger Bands, and the majority of the prices should be within the upper and lower Bollinger Bands. Okay, yeah, and very few closing prices should be below the lower Bollinger Band. Okay. Hmm. Okay, so what do we understand from this graph? That the value should be, between these two, upper and the lower Bollinger Bands. And if it goes beyond that, then there will be an anomaly which will be detected. Now we can see one more example. Okay, let's see this example where the first anomaly is detected 1 minute interval, there is a second, then there is a third. Now you can see over here 3 or more point anomalies in 1 minute, so alert is generated. Okay, now let's see the second one. The first anomaly is detected, then the second, and then there was no anomaly. It was normal, 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 but after a minute it again detected. So only 2 points anomalies in 1 minute, so no alert. So for this you can also write a condition. The condition could look like this. um, Trigger a critical, this, okay, so this is a drop down. Okay, this is, so basically you can change the condition over here, you can swap the condition over here. So let's see that triggering a critical alert whenever, so these are the checkboxes, like any condition you can select. The value exceeds 90% for a period of 1 minute. You can change the minute as, so I think these are the variables you can change. And the value exceed 9, this is the value, that is also you can change. Value exceeds 90% for a period of 1 minute, and three times in a 1 minute interval. Okay, triggering a critical error whenever the value, and the value exceeds 3 times in a 1 minute interval. So these are the conditions. So yeah, this is a pretty good example uh, for us to understand that only line graph, only that point anomaly is not that. You can basically have like many conditions over here to work this out. And there is one more example here. You can see the anomaly initially detected, and then 1 minute interval, and then change point anomaly sustain elevated reading for at least 1 minute, so alert is generated. Okay, now after like this point, for 1 minute itself it was like straight. And this can show you that okay, there was some problem there. That's why the graph is not even changing at all. uh, Here you can see anomaly initially detected, that okay, then it was a flat line, but after 1 minute interval it didn't sustain like till that a minute, right? So change point anomaly did not sustain elevated reading for at least 1 minute, so no alert. So this is a different kind of condition you can also create. Okay, and yeah, that's for today. I mean, there are a lot of other anomalies are there. We'll be discussing that tomorrow. And thanks for joining in, and see you in the next one. Yeah, bye.